Hello, all my Buckeye friends out there. This is Buckeye Vinny coming to you today. Today's segment is going to be a special one. It is going to be a segment on Ohio State football. And I got to give a shout out to one of my new subscribers, Ed23 Productions. He's the one that gave me the idea, and I thank him very much, of doing this segment today. So it's going to be about seasons to remember and the best games in Buckeye history. Now, I'm going to take it a step further, and I'm going to go from coach to coach. So I'm going to name the first coach, the most winningest coach in Buckeye history, none other than Woody Hayes. And for me, Woody Hayes, a classic, legendary coach for the Buckeyes, no doubt about it. For me, I'm going to have to pinpoint the season, and obviously it was before my time, but it would have to be the 1968 National Championship season for the Buckeyes, coached by Woody Hayes, a perfect 10-0 season. And what was so remarkable about this season, because friends, let's remember, the Buckeyes have won national championships before under Woody Hayes, but this season was special. A perfect, like I said, 10-0. They beat USC in the Rose Bowl game 27-16, and most of all, defeated the Wolverines in a pounding way, 50-14. Folks, this game against the team up north was over at half, let me tell you. But again, Woody Hayes, 1968 season, a perfect 10-0 for me. Moving on, 1979, coached by Earl Bruce. The 1979 season would have to be a special one for me. And I've always shared with my friends out there that I've always been a big Earl Bruce fan. I really have, because when I started to get into football, especially Buckeye football, the head coach was none other than late and great Earl Bruce. So the 1979 season went this way. It was Earl Bruce's first year as the Buckeye head coach. Earl Bruce won an astonishing 11 games that year, only losing one game. And for me, what did it was for Earl Bruce in his first year to go into the big house and knock the Wolverines out 18-15. So for me, that would have to be a season, a great season to remember. 1979, Earl Bruce, 11-1 year. The only loss was the last game of the season to none other than our arch rival USC Trojans, and it was a hard-fought game, but we did lose 17-16. Moving on, after Earl Bruce came John Cooper. And for me, when I was putting this segment together, folks, it was tough. Number one, John Cooper, it's shocking that he never had a national championship trophy under his belt. Shocking in his 13 years. Number one, the talent that he had there was amazing, and he still could not notch the national championship victory. For John Cooper, 2 seasons spoke volumes for me. 1996 season, he went 11-1, and the big victory was the last game of the year, beating Arizona State in that bowl game 20-17. Phenomenal feat. If you guys remember that game, I do. They had to come back and do it in the final minute, and they did it, winning 20-17. Let me tell you about John Cooper's 96 team. Like I said, 11-1, and that team was powerful. Very potent offense. They averaged 38 points a game, and their defense was just as good, only giving up a stingy 10 points a game. 1998 season, another year for John Coop, 11-1. Now, what was special for the 1998 season, my friends? 2 things jumped out at me. Number one, they beat the team up north 31-16 in the shoe. Number 2, they beat Texas A&M in a bowl game 24-14. So, folks, for me, how many times can you put beating the team up north and winning a bowl game in John Cooper's selection of the season? Not too many times. So this is why I had to pinpoint the 1998 season as a special one for John Cooper. And you know, looking back, I know sometimes I am pretty tough on the man, John Coop. I liked him, don't get me wrong. Second most winningest coach in Buckeye history with 111 wins in his 13-year career. And again, you total up these two seasons, my friends, this man went 22-2. So my hat's off to John Cooper, without a doubt. And again, 98 season was almost a carbon copy of the 96 season. And this is where I'm going to tell you. The 98 season, his offense averaged 36 points a game and only giving up a stingy 12. So for me, if he was going to do it with the national championship, it would have been these 2 years. Unfortunately, it was not. Moving on, Jim Tressel. Folks, agree with me or not, but what jumped out to me as the most special game for this coach in Buckeye history and a season to remember was none other than the 2002 national championship game versus the Miami Hurricanes, a very, very tough Miami Hurricanes. Let me tell you, the Buckeyes that year went a perfect 14-0. But when it came to the last game of the season, the Buckeyes were heavily underdogs in this game against the Canes. And they should have been, let's be honest. The Canes the year before won the national championship. This team was stacked with talent. A very good quarterback, very good running back, a great coach, stacked with talent and great coaching. So a lot of people did not pick the Buckeyes at all to win this game, but they did. I'll never forget this game, 31-24 in overtime, beating Miami Hurricanes. And I'll never forget, Maurice Clarett was the one that scored the game-winning touchdown in OT for the Buckeyes. So again, the 2002 perfect 14-0 Buckeyes. And last but not least, I'm going to have to say Urban Meyer, the 2014 national championship victory versus Oregon Ducks. So let me tell you, for me, this game was special because, number one, they were even talking about the Buckeyes possibly not even making it into the playoffs. Because if you all remember, that season of 2014, the Buckeyes lost at home to Virginia Tech. So that, to a lot of people, was not starting out the Buckeye season very well when you lose the second game of the year, 35-21, to a very good Virginia Tech team. But after that, the Buckeyes rallied off 13 straight victories, on pace to win the national championship without a doubt. Now, for me, that season, 2014, was a great season, no doubt about it, like I just mentioned. But, yes, we won the national championship that year beating Oregon. But, in order to win that national championship, we had to beat the very, very good team and rich in tradition football team of Alabama Crimson Tide. And we did it, without a doubt. We won that game 42-35. What a game it was. And again, when you face Alabama, you know you're facing the cream of the crop there. And let me tell you, the Buckeyes did. But the Buckeyes did prevail in that game, 42-35. So for me, the 2014 season was special under Coach Urban Meyer, and none other than the 42-35 win versus Alabama Crimson Tide. I hope everyone enjoyed this. For all my new viewers, I want to please ask you to, first of all, click on my face up here to subscribe. If you like this video, please all click on the like button. And most of all, I love your comments. But again, special shout out to one of my newer subscribers, Ed23 Productions. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, my friend. And again, folks, please keep it on coming with the comments. And like I said, please, I want to thank all my subscribers. And again, for all my newly subscribers, thank you very much. And again, for all those first time watching this video, and I hope you liked it, please click on the subscribe button. I would appreciate that. Like always, peace out. God bless. Go Buckeyes.